That morning, the forest is drenched in dew like a dream come alive. But behind that beauty, something terrifying is waiting. Jimmy and the police officers stepped into the forest under the morning light. That light, would it reveal the truth or drag them into a darker secret? Let's see. Hello, mates! If you haven't seen the previous episode, watch that first before this one. The video and playlist link are in the description and cards. Now, let's dive back into the story. In the last scene, Jimmy and the officers entered the forest, searching for Lisa. And today, that search continues. The officer turned to Jimmy. That night, where exactly did you go? Jimmy nodded silently. Guided by him, they began walking deeper into the woods. Every step, their eyes scanned all directions, calling her name again and again. Lisa! Lisa! The sound echoed through the forest. That echo felt like a warning. They stepped deeper into the forest. With every footfall, the shadows grew darker. They examined the ground, the roots, the rocks, every corner of the wilderness. Time passed, but Lisa is nowhere to be seen. That silence only tightened the fear around them. One officer used his phone for backup. Within an hour, more officers arrived, along with police dogs. Dogs are barking in one direction. The team immediately followed. There it was, a deep pit, its bottom unseen. An officer asked nervously, "What's down there?" Another answered, voice heavy, "I don't know, but one thing is certain, we've crossed the boundary. This place humans are not meant to enter." He warned again. On one side, wild animals. On the other, pits ranging from 20 to 200 feet deep. If someone falls in, there's no coming back. The senior officer raised his voice. "We must turn back. To continue here is against the law." But Jimmy, his voice low yet firm, "What if we go just a little further? Maybe we'll find some trace." The officer refused. "Jimmy, don't you understand? Here, there's only danger, not one more step forward." They turned to leave. Their footsteps echoed softly in the silence. Just then, Jimmy's eyes caught something. He bent down quickly, picked it up with trembling hands. A bracelet. The senior officer took it. His face grew tense. Senior officer examined it carefully, then spoke in a hushed tone. "There are two names engraved here, Jimmy and Lisa." Those words shattered the silence. Jimmy's heartbeat raced. His breath quickened. Inside, he whispered to himself, "This is Lisa's bracelet. She's here, somewhere in this forest." But still, they searched further. Lisa is nowhere to be found. Every step felt wasted. Faces turned heavy with disappointment. The senior officer finally stopped. His weary voice broke the silence. "We've checked every boundary. Whole day. We searched. But nothing. There's no point in searching here any longer." He paused, then added firmly, "From now on, we must look another way." His words felt like the end, but Jimmy, his face didn't change. His eyes stared into the forest depths. His heart whispered, "Lisa, you're still in there?" Yet the officer's words held his steps back. Evening fell. Darkness began to swallow the forest. Weary, the team exited the woods. Disappointment lingered on every face. Jimmy's eyes looked empty, hopeless, but his heart still searched. He reached home. The doorbell rang. The door opened slowly. His mother. Her eyes filled with tears the moment she saw him. She felt like her entire world had returned. But in the next breath, her face shifted to sorrow. She asked, voice trembling, "Lisa, what happened to her?" Jimmy's voice weakened. With tears held back, he replied, "We searched the entire forest, but she was nowhere. Crossing the boundary, the police didn't allow it. Whole day officers tried, but it was useless." His mother's tears grew heavier. Her voice shook. "Jimmy, don't ever think of going again. If you'd gone alone, you might not have come back alive. You returned safe, and that itself is a blessing." Jimmy nodded quietly, but in his heart, one belief remained. Lisa is still inside that forest. That night, Jimmy sat in silence, but his thoughts were trapped in Lisa's memory. Suddenly, the phone rang. He answered. His friend's voice. "Jimmy, be ready tomorrow. We're supposed to go one important place." Jimmy's voice hesitated. "Where?" A few seconds of silence. Then the reply came. "To your girlfriend's house. Her family is drowning in grief. We need to comfort them. And maybe we'll find some clue." Jimmy froze for a moment. Then determination filled his eyes. "All right, I'll be ready." The next morning, Jimmy met his friend. Together, they set out for Lisa's house. As they're traveling, the sky darkened. Clouds gathered heavy. At that moment, the forest's calm completely changed. Birds vanished into their nests. Small creatures scurried away to hide. The roar of thunder echoed across the woods. On the other side, at the doorstep of Lisa's house, Jimmy and his friend stood in silence. The door is opened. There stood Lisa's mother. Her eyes held both sorrow and fear. Her gaze locked on Jimmy. And in that silence, a question remained. Would she let them in or turn them away? At the same time, in the forest, rain poured down continuously. Thunder, lightning ripped across the trees. And with those sounds came another, a faint, unsettling mumble from between the rocks. That sound, was it a human voice or the forest's own mystery? We'll find out in the next episode. This brings today's part to an end. All the stories in this season are created by me. If you enjoyed it, subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, and show your support with a comment. You can also follow me on X. The link is in the description. See you in the next part. Until then, goodbye.